Are you okay,
Hello, this is ifilm recap. Today I will tell the story of the grandchildren with their vampire granddad. Spoilers ahead, watch out, take care. From the first scene, as we see, the story began with the young boy and his grandfather asking him for help. Then fast forward in the beginning of the movie, the boy wakes up in the car close to his sis and it turned out to be a nightmare. Later on, his sis tells him they got lost and they both oppositely argued on visiting their grandfather. After the visiting argument with the boy still questioning his sister on visiting the community, they drove and arrived at the country club retirement community. Fast forward to the story, that's where things began to look and feel strangely to the kids, as no security guard was answering and no one bothered to check the main gate, but unfortunately there was someone. After the awkward silence, they got in the neighborhood and realized how silent it was. After reaching to their grandpa's main door, they rang the doorbell but there was no answer, so the girl used her mother's main key to get in. After getting in, the place was in complete darkness, all the windows were locked in. The grandkids found it weird and opened the windows for the light to come in. After complete silence, they heard a sound playing in the background and decided to check their grandpa's room. Unfortunately, they saw their grandpa and thought he was dead, and decided to call 911, but he rose up. Later in the movie goes to a dire fit scene which shows the boy looks nervous and scared of his grandpa. When he comes out, almost sunsets. Their grandpa asked why his windows were open in a worried tone, and began a conversation with his grandkids, which we later come to know were Mark and Stacy. Fast forward, they go for a walk and noticed the neighborhood were staring deeply into their eyes and following their footsteps. As a sign of meal to them, their granddad kept his eyes on them to protect his grandkids, but later bumped into two hungry vampires asking for their share of the meal, but later finds out the kids are the old man grandkids and he is not giving his grandkids to them. Later on, they went back to their doorsteps and found a package for their grandpas. He quickly took it and hid it, heading to the garage. The kids got in from the main door and heard strange sounds. Fast forward, the boy stayed in the living room and the girl went to check in, which she later discovers her grandfather is a vampire eating a rat, but unfortunately he attacks her and covers